Hello and welcome back, everybody. J-Man here for another music reaction. I hope you're all doing well out there, whatever day of the week it is for you, whatever time of the day. We have a Swiss cheese points request here by John B62. It is for Rob Orlemans and Half Past Midnight doing the Fuzzbox Boogie. This is live from 2007. We've heard Rob Orlemans before. I think he's kind of a blues sort of a guy, if I'm remembering right. John's been on a blues kick of late, it seems like. Interested to check it out. Let's go ahead. Let's dive on in. Rob Orlemans and Half Past Midnight, Fuzzbox Boogie. Let's get it. Let me do apologize, John.
We'll get crazy with the Fuzzbox Boogie!
The song with the name Boogie in it is a pretty good indicator.
You can shout, but a Fuzzbox honey's gonna knock you out. Echo machines are pounding in the night, but the Fuzzbox baby is holding you tight. Stand from the Fuzzbox baby, welcome to the boogie. Let it roll.
I like that bass.
Bend you down and face the high, but the Fuzzbox honey's gonna touch the sky. Yeah. Dance in the wall with your feet, but the Fuzzbox sugar is all you need. Dance with the Fuzzbox, baby. Welcome to the boogie. Let it roll.
We had a rough night last night.
Let it roll. All right. We got a brand new drummer, ladies and gentlemen. On the drums.
All right, quick pause before we get into the introductions of the band members and maybe little solos. So far I would say that it's good. It's not anything that's really getting my hairs to stand on edge or anything like that. The so far the guitars have been pretty standard jazz blues guitar kind of a thing. I feel like if y'all have watched my channel a lot, you know that something that I really enjoy is when the band members are into the music. And it's kind of it's putting me off a little bit that the drummer is just kind of back there, I mean, he's playing very well. Don't get me wrong. He's playing the drums very well. Very nice jazz tempos, beats, stuff like that. But he just looks like he's not really into it. He's got this stoic look on his face. He's kind of closing his eyes some of the time. That to me, it makes me less excited about the music when the artists are not excited about the music that they're producing. Rob is obviously, he's into it. He's in the groove. He's doing his thing. Um, but even the bassist looked a little bit blasé. So I feel like maybe that's kind of tamping down my emotions and feelings about the music so far. Is just that I'm not seeing a whole lot of excitement about what they're doing. And don't get me wrong, blues. It's sort of a somber music by nature, blues, right? But still, you can do it with some liveliness and some spunk, right? And give a performance that looks like you're enjoying what you're doing. And I'm not getting the vibes of that from this, so that may be part of why I'm not feeling it so much. But like I said, it's good stuff. Loving the guitar stuff that Rob is doing, and the like I said, the drum playing is good. Just not getting the emotion, not getting the 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 pump up from the band in terms of what they're doing and how they are playing their instruments, doing their craft. So anyway, so far, like I said, good. Wouldn't call it great, but let's see. Maybe it'll ramp up and it'll change my opinion in the second half. Let's back it up, smidge, and we'll keep on going.
Mr. Hands Fly on the drum set.
There's a little bit of emotion from him, but so just one more comment. Sorry for pausing again. So yeah, obviously a very accomplished drummer. Not knocking his skill at all. I guess it's kind of like the difference between Yuka for Nightwish and Kai. Uh, Kai is a phenomenal drummer, but very early on when he was with the band, he was very much like this. It was just like he's just sort of very stoic, doing his thing, and it may be the most elaborate, crazy drum beat going on, but Kai's just, sitting there, sitting up straight, no emotion on his face or anything, doing his thing, versus Yuka, who is just all about the flair and playing to the crowd and all of that stuff. I prefer the Yuka style. Now, I will say that Kai later seems like he has gotten more into that. He's at least giving smiles and more facial expression and things as he plays. So again, not knocking this guy's drum playing. I would like to see him, smile a little or whatever. And I like I said, it's a personal thing. I'm not knocking the drummer at all. He's a great drummer, from what I can tell. But to me, I enjoy artists that can display outwardly to the audience that they are enjoying what they're doing. There were points in that drum solo where it looked like he could have been doing it in his sleep. He was just sort of like in a trance, doing this very elaborate drum work, but not emoting at all. And again, that's a personal thing. I'll get off of my horse. I've beaten it to death. Let's go ahead and keep on going.
Mr. Anthony! I said Mr. Anthony! I said Mr. Anthony!
All right. So yeah. So without I'm trying to get a different picture, but that's all right. So yeah, nothing against Rob Orlemans fans out there. But this to me was just it was a blues song that you could throw in a pile with 100 other blues songs, and to me it wouldn't stand out. I'm not like the biggest blues fan. I definitely really like some blues. But then there's a lot of blues for me that it sounds very formulaic. It's just, hey, we're doing a blues drum backdrop. We're doing a standard blues guitar thing. The blues bass line, et cetera, et cetera. This feels like that to me. It just feels like, one of a 100,000 other blues songs out there that, yeah, it's good, but no part of that ever made me go, oh yeah, that was like a really cool guitar riff that he did there, or whatever. I mean, there was some of the drum playing during the drummer solo was some very good drum work. I will say that's probably the part that stood out the most to me was some of his drum solo work. But then again, like I said, it was sort of taken back a bit for me because of the lack of emotion in his playing. But yeah, so like I said, I feel like I can remember listening to other things from Rob Orlemans that got me much more into it. This just wasn't one for me. This one was just sort of, it was okay. It was, I wouldn't give it a thumbs down. It wasn't bad. But it just wasn't, it's like a 6 on a scale of 1 to 10 for me. A little better than average, but nothing that really made it stand out to me as like a really great piece of work. And the live performance gave me nothing to really ooh and ah about, because they were all pretty subdued in their performance and things like that. So, again, Rob Orlemans fans out there, I'm not knocking anything or anything like that. It just wasn't my cup of tea. Let's say it that way. And I try to give you an honest opinion and honest reaction to the music that I react to. I'm not going to just sit here and yay yay rah rah, if it's not something that I'm into. And this was just middle of the road for me. So sorry if that didn't set well with you, John. I appreciate the request. But yeah, hope to see everybody on the next one. We'll be back for one more. Everybody stay safe. Peace.